this person was saying the insecurities of women lie further than just the personal thoughts of themselves, but the underlying problems really is of these same men that hook up with said woman without any intentions of actually appreciating and loving her and knowing fully well there is no end game to it. Another woman broken and used. And let's not even talk about these same men who have a little to no maturity or knowledge for a woman's body and undermine and degrade them.
Fair point.
What y'all have to say about that?
I want to know.
Fair point.
Again,
fair point.
They're mixing up men and boys.
Not
Now,
just
if
that. I
it's
want to know. I
treated
want to
like
know
that-
when. I want to know when you found out. When this woman found out that the guys that she attracts or that the guys that she has dealings with were no good. Did she take the time to actually get to know them before hooking up? That's the question. You can't just put it all on the guy because a scumbag will be a scumbag no matter what.
What if you can't say, because let me tell you, a scumbag is not always a scumbag. Let me just say that
because we know how to play the game that you let us play.
I ain't nobody discussing about
but
me.
that's not playing with my head.
No, but they.
But I mean, yeah. That's not playing with our head though. Like
Exactly. So you need to take the time to suss that out.
Exactly.
Not only just suss it out, but as I said, character is when you had to have a strong character within yourself, so that there are certain girls that just from the first conversation you have with them, you know not to try that shit with.
Yep.
Right.
You just know that even if you could get through, the repercussions of what would happen after, you just know. I mean, some men would risk it and don't care.
Right.
I believe the majority of men would just say, yo,
I ain't not time for that.
nah. You have much easier girls
out
women out there.
Let me tell you, that's true, because I have a friend, one of my close friends. I always say, as a female, if I were ever a man, I would not go down that road with this girl. Yeah. Because sometimes, obviously everybody have different opinions and so forth, but sometimes I was be like, sis, why are you getting mad for? Yeah. Like, what is this about? And that's just my opinion. But
it's the principle. Then she'll tell you something like that.
Sometimes I had to put myself in a guy's shoes and be like, all of that didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go down that road because.
But you know not to. You know, a guy would know not to make that mistake, man. Not to.
But.
I mean, they go try. Yeah, some that will try for sure.
But they don't know about
consequences.
But you see, I don't understand it. One more thing. Men that live this kind of lifestyle, like they just go in behind women just to get something and roll.
Right.
They look at you, like they will look at your movements and whatnot and how you are to suss out if it will actually work. Like they actually look at how you move and to see what kind of woman you are before they approach you. Yeah. It's like a predator stalking its prey.
Especially
what if it's the next way though? What if it's the next way?
As in
like the woman watching the man?
Yeah.
Then you need to watch him and make sure you look at him moving before you even give him the time of day.
But that is what it's supposed to be. Yeah. Because once you realize he coming at you, you're supposed to do your research too.
Exactly.
Profile him.
Yeah. Ask people about him. See who his friends are.
Well, I won't say
how he
does
move.
About him, eh?
No, ask people about him.
Well, ask people. You used to do that before, and people stop doing that these days.
Yeah.
No, but you see, the ask people about him now because how people bad mind are. I ain't feeling that one, but yeah.
But yeah,
whether or not,
if you listen and you're getting a certain story, different stories all about the place. Most people saying okay, this and that, and then a small minority saying Okay, no. You need to weigh the pros and the cons.
And it's not to say that you're taking their experiences to be that this is absolutely who this person is. It could have been just an experience.
Yeah.
But
you're just looking for things to look out for.
You're keeping it at the back of your mind so that if a situation does come up and you see this exact thing, you know, okay,
time to run.
This going in a place I don't want it to go, and I cut in my losses.
Yeah. It's not about you're not going to make a decision based on what people tell you. You're just trying to find things that you should look out for as you get to know the person. Because the person that you meet today, the people have two faces. You have the face that they show you when they just meet you, and then you have the next face when they get comfortable with you.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Because let me tell you, I have to say this. I was talking to somebody the other day, and a female, and she was saying, you know, when you're getting to know somebody and they ask you, like, what type of guys you're into, or what type of females you're into, and stuff like that. And she said to me, she was like, Reese, I never answer this question because I just feel like, and totally I agree with her on that.
Yeah. It's a trap.
I just feel like that person will just take everything that you're saying, and like, she like black, she like this drink, we're gonna emphasize on that. Put this in front of her, shine it up.
Yeah.
Show her with what she wants exactly.
That is exactly what.
But think about this, sir. Think about this, right? And I'm sure a lot of women don't even give this a thought.
Hey, we don't be selling all them boys.
No. This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing to do with a man's game or anything, you know. This is about this point is about women. Men know how to ask you that question anymore. Guess why? Because on social media, you're posting every day. This is relationship goals. This and the statuses that people posting that y'all keep reposting that says this, all these requirements and criteria.
Right.
I don't want to ask you nothing again. You're giving me all the information I need.
Yep.
So
you like the ball of life?
When I do to approach you, I realize you're like a money man. All right.
Yeah. Money in your face.
I could be broke as what? The little piece of money I have, they are going in the ATM and take it out and flash.
I call him a partner. Fellas, I want to eat that food in her. All they had to help me, and I had the money, and she like money, man.
Exactly.
So.
And the friend that I have with the Beamer,
For
the night.
When a passenger, I'm sitting on the passenger seat.
Exactly. The owner they in the passenger seat, and he in the driver's seat, and he pulling up on you like if he owned the car.
No lie.
I'm pulling up the class late.
No lie, I have a lot of guy friends, and it amazes me, like, honestly, how some females like not figure out some certain stuff. Because
y'all not looking for that. That's why.
They're not.
Y'all not looking at that.
You guys think emotionally. It's not about logical.
You're not trying
to... Listen, you see how hard this is for me. Like, y'all had to keep on bringing me back to that. Remember, it's not emotions. But at the end of the day, as a female, I feel like that's something we just can't help.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You can't
can't help.
But
that's what
mindful of it, though. You could be more mindful of it.
Another thing will help guys, especially in Grenada, because Grenada.
Hey, boy, you selling out thing.
No. I'm just saying. Besides social media, we would watch your past relationships. Go for the same type of guys.
I swear.
That's small.
I swear.
Grenada's small. It's not like I
have a question with that.
It is ridiculous. Y'all go for the same guy.
Y'all ever, like, let's just say, do you think that, I don't even know what to put this, all y'all exes are the same?
Nah. They may have maybe one or two qualities
personality wise
are very, very similar. But in terms of y'all go for
not personality, maybe a little bit of the looks.
For me, the looks are totally different.
Yeah,
the personality are similar.
There's certain
personality-wise.
personalities, yeah.
I was thinking
Certain
about that
traits.
the other day, and I'm like, damn. When I tell somebody that none of my exes are the same, they don't believe me. Like none of my exes are the same.
You shouldn't be making the same mistake twice.
Doing it over and over, right? That's my point. Like how you seen the same person in this.
Learn a different lesson now.
That's a definition of insanity.
It's been 4 people. It's the same lesson. Stop.
Do something different.
Try something else. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a question. Oh my gosh, y'all was saying something in the last one based on moving from relationship to marriage, right? And I want to know, like, is it like, Josh, you might be able to answer this. I want to hear CJ and Brad.
Josh could add on.
Talking about?
You know what this marriage thing.
Is it do you see, like, from dating your wife before, right? Was it like, all right, I see this girl being my wife, like from the get-go? Because let me say this first. Some persons would say that one of the girls were telling me in my DM, she's like, that space between relationship and marriage, some guys that y'all mentioned, that's where you look for the qualities of, okay, can I live with this person for the rest of my life? Do I want to be with this person for the rest of my life? And so forth. Was it easy for you to be like, okay, y'all just started dating, and obviously relationships have their ups and downs, but all right, this person will be my wife. This is who I want to be with for the rest of my life. Was it at that moment, relationship to marriage, that's when you figured it out, or was it before that? Because I feel like we have people out here that even when they hook up, it's like, all right, I want to be with this person.
So I don't know if in episode 3 we spoke about that people mix up love and I didn't want to say lust, but they mix it up a lot. And no way from hookup they could just know, I want to marry this person. Why? Because you don't learn enough about them yet.
You don't know them.
There is so much things that could make you change your mind about marriage, especially coming down to the point where you're about to be married, like the week, even the 2 weeks before, because of all the stress surrounding the wedding.
For the wedding,
right? So you don't want to like just jump into a relationship and say, hey, I get married to that person. Nah, you have to take your time. You have to learn that person, understand what their goals are. You have to make sure that it aligns with yours. You have to make sure that it's not a person that just look out for their self only and, just to get benefits from what you have. Because you have a lot of people that pretend, but you see, time would only tell.
Right.
You'll never be able to learn a person or to know about a person within 7 years or 25 years. You would never know somebody entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, because you could learn something new today about somebody.
But you would know, well, look, maybe it's time for us to actually settle down, because at some point your mature self would say, I think it's time to stop what I'm doing and settle down and make something with what I have for the rest of my life. Because you don't want to just say, okay, I'll marry because all my friends getting married. That's also a wrong thing to do. Because you would go into a marriage and remember that's for better or worse. And then that's the person who you have to come home to every day. Imagine they had to come home to somebody who's nagging, somebody who's greedy, somebody who just annoy the heck out of you. You don't want that shit. You want to be able to be happy. You want to go and lie down in your bed and be you, be yourself.
Right.
I know this is not my place to say anything right now.
But say what you gotta say.
I'd like to talk about when dating, you need to date with intent. If you're going to get into a relationship, the intent must be there that this person, yes, I might possibly marry them. So you're going into the relationship and you're thinking about these things with an open mind. You're looking at everything, right?
That's why we have
Can I do this?
Phase.
because in a relationship, you will end up in scenarios that are
Right.
stressful, and you'd have to look
Yep.
at how that your partner
How they handle it.
handles those situations.
Yeah.
And over
Yeah.
time, as those situations arise and scenarios arise, then you'll see, okay, yeah, she can handle. You can
Right.
trust
But
her.
you see, right? Look at the explanations that they gave, right? Brad and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually kind of happy that that question came about, because for the last 2-3 months, I've been seeing this post constantly coming up on Facebook and Instagram, like women reposting it, that a guy will know whether he wants to marry you or not
Mm-hmm.
in the first some ridiculous time frame, like the first
Timing,
time he
yeah.
met you, or
I don't believe
within
in
the
that.
first 6 months. So stop waiting.
Nonsense.
And I'm like, what?
That's why you have so much divorce because of that nonsense that they're thinking.
Bro, but the difference between like how Brad and Josh explained it is that the logical side. Can this person
Right.
look how they deal with this situation? Can they deal with my personality? Can I deal with their personality? All of these logical things. That's all logistics. While women place the majority of their decision on emotion.
How he
So the
makes me feel.
post is totally, completely about feeling.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with an actual relationship. But they've already gone from just meeting you to I'm going to marry this person. You may feel that way,
Buy me
but
some
you
nice
have to
gifts and things.
analyze
You
it,
must love
because
me.
right? So that's why I also feel like it's so easy for some guys to manipulate women, because you give them all of these feelings. And because a lot of them have not been in a situation where they felt that way, they think that is what's going to take them to whatever they want, whether it's a relationship or marriage or whatever it is. They feel like that connection is real simply because he's saying the things that make me feel a certain way.
Yep.
But then you look at his actions and he don't take it
the opposite.
It's like he's showing you exactly who he is.
Yeah.
But because he says certain things and you feel that way, you totally just bypass all of the actions and whatnot.
But I feel like women really I don't want to say they don't think back, but
that's no fault of women. You're naturally wired that way. But you have to be
just
mindful of it.
Yeah, because if they be mindful of it, then they will realize, okay, all the secondary school boyfriends that I had, we had this dream of being married one day. But do you want to be with that guy who you were with in secondary school?
Yeah.
If you were to ask that question now, there's no. Why?
Definitely not.
He's not my type.
Definitely not.
True.
So yeah, it's like they really
because I think all of us at a point would look back and be like, damn, what I was thinking at a point in time in my life. It happens.
As they say, maturity brings reasoning.
Based on this whole marriage talk, right? I know this may be a little off, but I mean, we talking. So, what if between that relationship and marriage stage, they say like time changing and so forth, if she decides to pop the question,
nothing wrong with that.
And wait, but you not ready for that.
But I feel
do
like
you think
already?
Yes, already.
Yeah. Women leave men at the altar all the time. Why we can't do it once in a while?
No, but you don't let it reach the altar.
I'm dropping the mic.
you don't let it reach the altar. Sweep up the question, babes.
Right. No, but remember, y'all might be stronger in this particular scenario, being that emotionally, y'all say that we are more emotional.
I feel most of the time women would do that.
Hold on, wait, let you finish.
Y'all would be like, all right, if she says no, it'd be like, all right, cool. I will try again next 2-3 months.
No, I mean,
y'all might have the confidence to do that. Whereas a woman proposing to a man, he tell me no.
That's
You
it.
think
That's
she's
it.
gonna?
That's it. She done.
But
She
is
not
not.
wrong though. But she
Huh?
not wrong though. But she not wrong though.
I wouldn't blame her either.
Yeah.
The reason why
I might feel the same way.
if things dragging on so long that the woman has to ask the question, then something was wrong with from the get go.
That's what I was about to say. If a woman
she
has
asks
to
the
come out and
question,
ask
if she
that,
asks the question,
that means she's
and
trying
you
to
say
save
no,
something that's not worth
She
saving.
basically telling you,
So
dog, what
y'all
what you trying to
think
do?
a woman should not ask to get
No,
married?
no. We're not saying
we're
a
not
woman
we're not
shouldn't
assigning
ask
any
her.
gender rules here.
Yeah, we're not. We're just saying
Right.
that if it takes a woman to make a man realize, okay,
It's time to get
it's
married.
time.
To say to
If
actually do
if
the
a
act
simple
of-
conversation of like, you know, them little hints women to be dropping, oh, I really like that wedding dress,
Yeah.
or
If that ain't working,
them watching putting true wedding dress and thing. If that ain't working, dog, and you have to ask a question, trust and believe that man didn't want no long-term relationship.
Nah, he wants it.
But if he does, but marriage is not on the list.
What?
What that
What
makes
if
sense?
he does and
well, so he
marriage
wants to
is?
live, so he want to be common law.
Come on, law.
Listen.
So
Let
wait,
me
wait,
say
wait.
this.
Well,
In this
I
day
can't talk
and
about that.
age, in this day and age, there are lots of people who are together, been together for years, and marriage is not maybe the girl might be thinking about it or the guy might be thinking about it, and the next person don't want that at all in their lives.
Yeah, but what do you want?
To me,
What
that's
do they want?
to me that's crazy though.
Yeah, what do they
Why
want?
would you have two? One of the persons getting what they want, and that is, to me, it's not a healthy relationship.
A healthy relationship.
It's not a healthy
yeah.
relationship.
Isn't.
If both
But
people
there's a
want
lot
to
of
be,
that in
want to
Grenada,
remain,
by the way.
yeah, if
I
both
mean,
people want to
in the
remain
world.
common law,
Nothing wrong with
then
that.
fine.
That's
up to
fine.
you.
For one person,
Because-
then it's not a healthy relationship.
Nah, because
then every time you have an argument,
you
you
don't
go
want
bring up
marriage.
that argument.
You're gonna bring it up, yeah.
Or
You
you would
don't want
just
to marry me.
start building, like, for instance, she
Resentment.
wanna get married.
I know what will
and
happen.
you don't wanna get married. You're then like sowing a seed of like resentment. Like you wouldn't notice it at first, but over time, you will see, like, she would change. Over time.
Right.
And what will happen? Somebody will end up outside speaking to some
when I
opposite sex,
confide in a female,
and then they'll be like, I don't know, I've been telling them I want to get married. And guess what? You're giving the next guy all the hints.
Yeah.
If you want to get married,
oh, yeah.
or she
I'd
like
marry
that.
you.
If
Let
it
me
were
be
me,
that.
if it were me, I would marry you in a heartbeat, baby.
Of course.
Guess what happened next?
And then boom, they sleep together.
They
She ready
outside
to
cheat
leave. She
now.
man. She get in trouble. Ting
Yup.
ting ting.
And it
The
happens both
man
ways.
gone away.
It does.
She
It
don't know
does.
what to do with herself now.
But based on what CJ just said, let me tell you,
Sad.
I know females that have been in relationships, right? Whereas, and this shouldn't be happening, but they've been in relationships where the guy friends, his friends.
They're not your friends. For it to be saying that.
Wait, you don't even let her finish. Wait,
Yeah,
like,
so eager.
He did this.
Jesus
Well, I
Christ.
know, but
He
it
did
is
this.
his
They're not your
friends because
friends.
this who he been with
Yeah.
from day one. And
That ain't not your friends.
So his friends, yes, his friends. What his friends
That's
do?
a rivalry,
friends.
man.
are pulling up her head with
Crazy.
They're not
Yo.
your friends.
that man. And
horny.
she found with him coming to tell her stuff, she is gonna confide in him. Like, oh, I just be telling him this and I just be telling him that or whatever. And cause I don't know if I should say this, but
Just make sure you don't put any
Don't call
personal.
no
no,
name.
I'm not.
Okay.
But based on a true story,
Happened to a friend of a friend of mine.
We know a few, you know. We know
a
few.
movie where two best friends, two guys,
Oh, Mac.
one of them was with this specific girl, and the girl break up with a guy because the best friend full of tea head, and then boom, they get married.
Is she and the best
Get
friend?
married to the best
guy
friend?
and best friend?
Yeah. Because why? Because why? he see everything that the boy that he brethren do, and he realized, well, this man didn't do nothing right for this girl.
No,
just
he
do the
just
opposite?
made the brethren seem like he not good enough.
I see
But then
that
she's supposed to know
plenty.
better, though.
Well,
She
she
with
didn't
the
know.
man.
Well,
She don't care
she
about
got
that.
what she wanted. A ring on her finger.
Yeah, she seen exactly what she wanted to see him.
But she with the man. So if he doing what he's supposed to do as a man, she have no right to leave him. But if he not, then she have all reasons to leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he doing what he's supposed to do.
But think about this. She's taking the information from his friend.
best friend.
His
Right.
best
So that
friend.
mean
She
the
don't find
information
nothing.
that he was getting,
find nothing
the information
wrong
that
with
she
that.
was getting had to be compromising the man. So
Yeah,
because
but
he was compromising the man.
But that's to tell you how narrow-minded and shallow it is, because this is somebody that's supposed to be loyal to the
To
person
him.
you're with.
That is my
He's
point.
show-
This is my
he's
exact
showing
point.
active disloyalty. So he no better
You know,
than
brethren.
he's no better than the man.
That is my
don't-
point.
And the fact that
Oh, there's a
she
Judas
see
in
that
the camp.
exactly, and she see
Right.
that he's not
That Judas
loyal.
in the camp.
She see that he's not loyal, and she still go and marry him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's
if
what
it can't
I
be
mean.
loyal, if it can't be loyal to your
So
boy,
your own best friend.
I
Or
think
she's
you'll be
so-
loyal to the
your
woman.
best friend, you'll be loyal to the
special.
woman.
So that's where I'm
Wow.
coming from with the
Wow.
friends.
crazy, bro.
But
But no,
I just
that,
realized what they were saying.
I realized he didn't catch anything.
Because
Yeah, I
he
just realized what
listen,
they're
he
saying.
just
He doesn't
we see
listen.
talking, he just formulated to getting mine already.
Right.
Like a
That-
woman day.
Yeah. Whoa,
That's-
whoa.
How odd that
Wow.
thinking about it, right? Let's just say in that specific scenario, shit started to go south real fast, hitting the fan.
What it would?
In that scenario, I feel like this is where stuff is gonna go back to damn. I shouldn't have listened to him in a damn.
Yeah.
And then she, as a female, I'm telling you, she's gonna be watching her ex-boyfriend, right?
Right,
Because
true.
that's supposed to be
Who she
my now husband, who was his ex-best friend. So I started to watch his movements now, and things started to fall in place like that. He really just persuaded me for years.
regrets.
That's how things happen. But I'm just saying that some guys, they don't care. Like, they actually do think with what's in their pants, because that's your friend, and you in my ear
No.
telling me,
He's not thinking with what's in his pants. He's just playing the game.
Snakes.
but so he not thinking. Come
are-
on.
No. He just told her everything she wanted to hear.
You want to know?
Why you can't see that?
It's not even in a scenario like that. I wouldn't even say he's just thinking with his pants, because
No, it's not.
there are hundreds, thousands, millions of other females
That he
in the
could have
world,
pursued.
and you're pursuing your partner, girl.
Mm.
Does not like
Something wrong with him.
his friend. There's a rivalry. He thinks that friend
Yeah.
is better than him.
Exactly.
So he
His
tried to
friend-
prove. Yep.
But
It's
he's
all
just
an
trying to
ego
one
thing.
up- Yeah, it's ego. He's
It's
just trying to
ego.
one up that guy. And
Ego.
and it happens far too often
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of people that we've seen. We went SU and thing with, you're seeing these two gentlemen liming every day. They like the same.
Yep.
They're doing this, they're doing that. And guy one pick up this girl. And everybody like this girl. Right? You are
Mhm.
not the other guy like the girl too, but it's just that guy number
She
one
picked
gets
the
you,
next
right?
guy.
Who
Yeah.
get foot? Oh,
Right?
okay.
So guy number one get you first, that girl, blah blah blah. Because no, he want the girl, or he just doesn't like the fact that you are the one that gets picked and not me. He ain't nothing to do with the girl. That she's such a trophy and you win. I'm second. I can't take that. I've seen this guy actively
Oh my
talking to the
God.
girl, but talking to his partner, literally.
Mhm.
And then he partner come through and is like, "Yo, dog."
Oh, was it? Yeah.
CJ.
Nothing but love.
CJ.
Bro, that
But
is
them men-
insane to me.
But that just shows that them men were never friends.
Nah,
They were never
the men
friends.
could never.
They were never
be
friends. It was just a pretend
them was-
They're
relationship. them fellas
pretending.
had.
One of them was a
One of
friend
them
to
was
the next one.
pretending.
One of them was a
Yeah.
basically.
You think
Because I feel like the bro
This-
code and
bruh.
the bro code thing is a real thing.
Forget.
Well, for us,
Just-
for
just-
us, for
just-
sure.
Just being a decent enough human being.
Right.
Yeah.
The three of us have. I'm sure we've all liked one girl at the same time, and whoever
And whoever gets you,
Who's-
I
whoever she shows interest
take
in,
a
was it.
step back.
automatically you just start disliking the girl.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Just out of
Exactly.
cannot-
She
you
just
can't-
stopped
She don't
looking
look good
attractive.
again.
You
She don't
can't-
look good again, man.
But I feel like
in your head,
I
you
just
don't
feel
know her
like
as anything else other than
That my virgin girlfriend.
yeah. She's
Basically-
no longer
But
a woman.
I think that should
Then
be
my
that
bread
should be
is yours.
something natural though.
It should
Because
be.
as,
Yeah, it's just principles.
females,
Male
as
and women,
females
as-
too,
as female.
I mean, it's normal for everybody to see. Okay, let's say a
Somebody
group of girls
attractive.
linemen, and you see a fine guy walking. Everybody's gonna be like, "Damn!"
Right?
Mm.
And
It's
if
natural.
that's one specific person is like, just keep on walking and just keep talking about that specific guy, you know how she's actually digging this person. These friends should know to themselves that, okay, let me take the step back from no. We all know that he's
Yeah.
fine.
That's her.
But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's like you more than me because I'm doing all that she doing.
right?
Understand? And that's where things get kind of iffy because I've seen scenarios. People always question my friendship with my girlfriends.
Hmm.
I have very little friends, and people always wondering, like, damn, Reese, how y'all always doing? How y'all, like we don't bring, I mean, friendships, you should be able to, it's just like relationship.
We should
And that's
value
where a
our
relationship start, as you should say. Because people always questioning why you not, how y'all don't follow, how this don't happen, whatever. And as CJ said earlier, social media has a power, I should say, that a lot of people underestimate.
Mhm.
Yep.
Because I don't understand why certain things like, you're in a relationship, everybody don't have to know that all you followed yesterday.
Yeah, boy.
Or all you go there last week.
I'm not a
Or
person.
y'all did this
Never do
last
that.
night or whatever. But a lot of people find comfort in posting their daily duties or whatever they do in their life
Yeah.
every second Saturday on their social media. Especially all you see that story thing is a devil.
Oh yeah.
Because most of them
That's-
is not for them, eh? It's for the people. It's for
Is it-
people.
True, but they're not
It's a show.
thinking that,
They're
okay,
not
this is
thinking
harming me. This is where
I'm giving everybody a front row seat,
in my
In my
life.
life.
and also allowing them to form an opinion on my relationship. Who I have
Mhm.
no
And
understanding
am.
of, and who I am, just
True.
off of my stories.
True.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
is very
I too-
absurd.
I
It
too
is
am
very
a private
absurd, but
fella.
I think everybody should have this one thing about their social media. I'll let you know what I want you to know.
Facts.
And not just, okay, this
Everything.
is happening. Let me post this. I'm going down the road. Let me post this or whatever. It's so crazy because friendship, and I guess, well, I don't know about all you, but this social media thing and people, I just tell people my DMs always empty. And people don't believe me. And what Josh is like,
Yeah, well,
Really?
I didn't want to say nothing or make a reaction.
bruh, and see, they're trying to keep us
I
sharing
tried.
there.
I really
just-
tried.
I try to keep
My
my face straight.
DMs are always, well, let me not say always, but most of the time empty. It's only when I try to interact with people that follow me, that's when my DM, like, you see today,
You're
with
talking
all
about
these female,
the request part too? The next part with all the request
Yeah.
messages and
yeah,
things.
where the
empty too?
blue are like, would tell you the
Never.
private
Never.
messages from me.
Oh, really?
Never.
That does me.
Never.
I'm so,
She already requested that she
Watch
just
now,
ignore it.
watch now.
Where?
This will be the first video where I posting up a meme looking at
I
somebody.
mean, face.
No, but for real. And it goes both ways for male and female because most of the time, let me tell y'all, females be in my DMs more than guys.
Interesting.
I ain't surprised to be honest.
I'm not surprised because females feel more comfortable
And
going
men,
out and talking to a female.
men record will respond to stories.
And if there's a guy in my
Because
DM,
you do like to be left on red.
it's very little conversation. It's like replying to something I post and that's it or whatever.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah, because they're waiting for they're waiting for a way to get in.
Because I can message you.
Okay, I have a question.
All right, hold on.
Question.
Before we go into that, pause, keep the train of thought. Go in and pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Yes.